Hello and a very good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby. Thank you for joining us this Friday afternoon, Friday evening. What is my last show of the year. So hope producer Owens has gone rub it in. So I'm looking forward to some fun frolics and also to have a bit of a go on today's Colour Me Happy. If you've ever wanted to learn about doing loads of different things with your Aqua pens, your watercolour techniques, this is the show to be joining us on. Lots of fun to come, and actually loads of great deals to be had right now as well. I know the majority of you will know about this, but in case you haven't been watching for the last couple of days, we've launched our winter sale. It is online right now at our website, and you can get up to 70% off. There's some amazing deals. We were actually having a little look on the show earlier on at some of those deals. You won't believe some of the items that we're taking 70% off on. So it's definitely worth your time, either now or maybe after the show a little bit later on, to have a good look through the website. You will pick up some absolute corking deals. And on this show as well, you're going to pick up some really great items. As I say, it is all about using your Aqua pens. We've got your tricolour Aquas as well. We've got amazing stamp bundles. We've got stencils. We've got sparkle pens on the show. We've got the new collections for you. It's going to be brilliant. And I cannot wait to spend the next couple of hours with my TV wife, who's looking ever so festive over the other side of the studio. And we're going to have a play, aren't we?
We are going to have a play. Yes, we are. We're definitely going to have a play. And we have gone all festive.
Yes.
It is Ben's last show. So come along and join us. I've got my little festive jumper.
Look at your little doggy.
I love them. Look at them. I need to borrow them. I'm telling you, I love them. I've gone for a sensible option with the Christmas tree this time. But we're going to play, and it's about aquas. In fact, it's going to be about mostly water-based mediums, because we've got some sparkle pens on the show as well. Ben's even going to have a go at one of my favourite techniques with the shaving foam later on.
Yes.
But we are going to talk all things aqua markers, all things tricolours. We're going to do some different techniques. You're going to learn a little bit of resist techniques. And I'm going to show you how easy you can achieve these looks with some of the stamps that we've got on the show. Even taking it into a bit of colouring and colouring your background in, and then doing your faux bleaching as well. Yeah. We've got some tri-colouring on the show as well. So we've got lots of different things. We've got lots of different stamps and lots of different techniques that we're going to hopefully cover in the next 2 hours. So yes, and ask any questions, get interactive with us, ask anything, drop on them socials down there at the bottom, joining us on YouTube, Facebook, let us know who's our social media superstar.
Our social media superstar is the lovely Rachel.
Oh, lovely.
And what I would say is, let's use this opportunity, because for those of you that watched the Cartload last night with Leanne, we sort of said, look, we'll take little breaks now and again and do some Q&As, and the questions flew in, and loads of you said how much you enjoyed the little breaks that we did with the Q&As. So let's do it again tonight. If you've got any questions, get them in. Rachel will send them over to me, and we'll block out little portions during the show where we'll ask Debbie the questions. And because it may well be that you're new to crafting, you're new to colouring, maybe you're thinking about picking up some of these deals tonight, but there's that burning question you need to know the answer to before you get started. That is what we're here for. All about getting those questions answered, showing you what you can do, and having a bit of fun. Loads of you already in. Georgianne Curley says, hi Ben and Debbie from Clearwater, Florida, and a Merry Christmas to you, Ben, and your family, and to Debbie and your family. Well, Merry Christmas, Georgianne, from all of us here to you. Rhonda says, hello from Oak Park, Chicago. Anke is in from Germany. Guten Abend. Pandacraft says hello everyone. Gilmore says hello Ben, Debbie, team, social, crafters and crafty peeps. Happy Friday! Victoria says warm greetings crafty friends from a balmy North Carolina. Get Crafty says hi all from Abby in Felixstowe. Barbara Rastovsky is in from Indiana. And Elizabeth says good morning or afternoon Ben and Debbie and CC crew. We've got Erin and George with the joystick in the gallery today. Tracy and John also on the team tonight. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, Ben, says Elizabeth. Thank you. Rhonda says, Ben, your shirt is on fire. My shirt is on fire. Yes, it is. We are going to get going. It's not literally on fire, don't worry. John's not going to have to run in and put me out with the fire extinguisher. We are going to get started with something I think you guys will absolutely love if you are thinking about taking the first step on your journey when it comes to using your aqua markers. And what I love about this particularly is that we have managed to put together a beautiful set here of everything you need to have a go. This is your Aqua Starter collection, your floral 12-piece Aqua marker collection. And what is brilliant about this is not only have you got your double-ended pen, okay, so you've got your ultra-fine nib one end, you've got your brush nib the other end, and a whole host of different colours. The great thing about using these with your water, of course, with all the different colours that you've got here, if I flip it around, you can see all of the different colours that you'll get in this set. You've got those 12 colours, but then you've got all of the, well, I don't know how many blends you'll get when you kind of add water. There's tons and tons of different blends that you'll get from each colour, different hues if you like, and then of course you can start having fun and blending all of the colours that you've got in that collection to make new colours. So you've got the pens, of course, then if you've got the pens, you want something to be working on. Watercolour card, you got it. 15 sheets of watercolour card also included, but then you're going, well, I've got the pens and I've got the watercolour card. What about something to colour in? You got it. We've also bought into this kit 2 wonderful stamp sets. So you've got your Have a Lovely Day, which is the beautiful florals, and then you've got this beautiful butterfly set called Butterflies in Flight. But then you go, well, hang on a minute, I got nothing to stamp them with. You got it. Yes, we put in your Flagstone waterproof die, which is exactly the ink pad, which is exactly what you need to get stamping. So that all in all is a comprehensive, brilliant bundle, which should be almost £50, almost $65 that you're picking up tonight. Platinum price of $27.99 or $35.99. And that's what we're going to be having a look at first, because I think it's really good to see the kind of things that you can do when you have a bit of a play with your Aqua Starter collection. And I think I'm going to be having a little bit of a play with Debbie in just a few moments' time when she is all ready to rock and roll. As I say, get those questions in. If there's anything that you want to ask, anything that you want to say, get in touch on Facebook and on YouTube. Lots to do, and it's all very exciting. So, Debbie, are you ready?
I'm always ready to craft. I was born to craft.
I know.
And yeah, we'll show you how gorgeous these pens are. I'm going to first of all talk about, because I'm always conscious, there's always new people joining us.
Yes.
There's sometimes people lurking in the background. There's sometimes people that join us later on, because don't forget, these live on forever on our social page on the
silly.
Yeah. As if I'd ever do something like that, as if. But I want to talk about the Aqua pens and how fabulous these are. So first things first, what is an Aqua pen, I hear you ask? Well, this is a beautiful, vibrant pen that is it just blends out easily with water. It's the best way to describe it. It's the one that gives you the most lovely techniques when it comes to watercolour. We're demystifying the world of watercolour, because these give you watercolour effects. Obviously not like watercolour in the watercolour term of the artist's sense, but it gives you that beautiful, I mean, honestly, it blends out beautifully, and you can really get some gorgeous effects with them. But it is a dual-tipped marker. So first things first, you have got beautiful brush nib. I'll do it on this one so you can see it. A beautiful brush nib on one end, and then on the other you've got this really fine tip. So it means that you can get into all your nooks and crannies when you're stamping with. Add in the extra detail. If you've missed anywhere, you can pop those on too. They're absolutely fabulous. So it literally is all the effects of watercolour in a pen or in a marker, because we call them the Aqua markers, and that's the dual tipped function of them. It's a really nice shape as well, Ben. It's one of those pens that's got a lovely ergonomical feel when you hold it in your hand. It doesn't hurt to hold it in your hand.
Because sometimes I find with round pens, if you hold them for a while, you get sort of writer's cramp almost, don't you?
Well,
your fingers hurt.
Honestly, you wouldn't with this, because this is a really comfortable one. And I've mentioned it before once or twice, maybe, that I've got carpal tunnel and I suffer with it, but I never have a problem with the pen. Plus the fact that it's got that ergonomical shape, it doesn't roll around on your glass mat, like some pens that have got that circular shape to you know, the circular barrel.
Oh yeah.
You don't get that with these. They're absolutely fabulous. And then the only things that you're going to need to do your watercolour effects with is a paintbrush, or a water brush. Spectrum Rod, a lovely water brush section. I can't find mine. I had one, but it's disappeared, Ben, so I don't know what's happened to it. But have you pinched my water?
Well, I've got some brushes over here. I don't think they're yours.
It's the one that you fill up with water. So it's,
I haven't got that.
Water brush.
No,
you can use those, but you can use, and you'll find these on the website. These are our Royal and Langnickel Crafter's Choice brushes, and they come in various different sizes. So you can check out, I'm not sure if they're on the show, but go and check the website out, you'll find them. And if you tap in Royal and Langnickel, you will find them on there, and they do lots of various sizes. But also, and we do have these on the show, this is a clear overlay sparkle pen, and you can use this as a paintbrush as well, because it is a water base. It's got ultra fine glitter in this barrel as well, along with that water, and you simply mix it up and it becomes a paintbrush. But we'll talk about that in a moment, because first things first, I am going to show you the effects of the Aqua marker. So I'm going to dampen my brush. One thing I will tell you, can you see I've got my pot of water? I do not want to have anybody doing this.
Oh no,
dip. No. You don't need to do that. It is water soluble, but it is when you apply it to the ink that you put on your cardstock or on your glass mat, because this can act as a palette as well, and I'll talk about that in a moment. And I've got myself a little bit of tissue as well, because I want a damp brush. I don't want a wet through soggy dripping brush that drips and by that I mean just go. Oh, look at me! I've got lipstick all around edge. Hang on a minute.
You got what? Lipstick? You've not been drinking out your.
No, I was drinking out of this one. Clean earlier. Yeah, clean on this one. But you don't want to really saturate a brush. You want a damp brush, so you're just going to damp off a little bit of the excess water onto some tissue so it's dry and it's ready to use. And then you're going to get your pen, and I'm going with a purple one. You're going to pop some down like so, and then you're simply going to move the beautiful ink with your brush. And I'm going to carry on going and going.
That's what I mean. Look at all the hues you've got there.
And going. And I could carry on. And again, you can, let's just see if I can bring a bit more down. Oh yeah, of course we can. Because this is all the lovely effects that it creates by simply going in there. It looks absolutely beautiful. Now I can do that as well with the other brushes that we have, and the sparkle brush being one of them, because I did say that this was going to act as a paintbrush. So I'm just going to move my paintbrush. Now, you don't need to do anything with this other than activate the glitter, which is the ultrafine glitter, into like so. So I'm going to give it a little shake. When you get these home, you will need to prime them, and I might get a little one to show you how to prime a pen later with the other sparkles. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the brush again, so I'm going to use the same colour, and I'm going to go in straight on. I'm only putting a little bit down, and then I'm going to get my sparkle pen, and I'm going to do exactly the same, where I move it around, and let's see how far we can go down with this one. But you've got a beautiful sparkle with this. Now again, when you come right down, it now becomes clear. So my paintbrush is no longer purple, because this acts as a paintbrush, but it's got a little bit of sparkle to it, and I'm just going to give it a little touch with my heat gun just to dry this up a little bit, because what you've got now are two different effects with the same pen, and that's why I would always say clear overlay pens would be your best friend, because they work with all sorts of mediums. That's just giving it a little touch there, like so. Let me move that out of the way because I don't trust myself. But I'm going to just pop that. And then when I lift this up, I don't know if you can you see the sparkle on this one from that clear overlay? But I wonder if George can come in.
Get in close, George.
Oh, come in. So you've got your normal colour, and this one is the orchid. That word is purple. Then that's your water base that you've just done with the water brush. But with the gorgeous clear overlay, look at the sparkle on that all the way down to the bottom where I ran it clear. It just looks absolutely fabulous. So for me, having these pens, and we talk about these 12 pens, but you can do mixing as well. So I'm going to get a couple where you can mix two colours. Let's have a little look. What's going to work with what? What colour's Wildflower? Is Wildflower?
Now, after you've used your sparkle pen, by the way, so do you you've obviously got a bit of colour still left on that. You just dab it off onto your tissue, do you?
So all you do, so like I've done with that one, Ben, all I did was I literally brought it down until it ran clear, and it clears your brush. If you want to do it, just keep on doing it until it runs clear again, because that's no longer purple. It's
same. Yeah, I got you.
Absolutely. So, you know, these are fabulous pens, and two different techniques from a water effect to a beautiful sparkle effect from that same pen. And then moving into, and I'll just bring a smaller piece in for this one, Ben. I've got loads of watercolour cardstock, premium colour, and I'm going to show you for why we use it with the particular ink pad that we popped in there as well. But what I'll do is I'll mix a couple of colours. So I've gone for the wildflower. I do apologise.
Which one?
What is wrong with me today?
Flower.
Flower.
What flower?
Wildflower. And sunflower. Well, they're two nice ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is a bit bluey, this one. It's got a little bit of blue texture to it. And again, you've got the beautiful brush nib on both of these. Two ways you can do this as well. So if I, let me just clear my brush because it'll be a bit pinky. Let me get rid of me, well, purpley pinky. Shouldn't matter too much because you can clean your brushes. Don't do a Debbie and leave them mucky because I am a dirty little devil sometimes and I don't clean my brushes, and I really should clean my brushes. Don't leave them soaking. Can I just tell you as well? Don't be leaving them in water overnight and things like that. Clean them, dry them, pop them away.
They're bad for the bristles.
The bad for bristles and bad for, do you know, the thing that holds them into place. But let me tell you, these are fine brushes.
Yeah.
But definitely don't be doing that. Don't be leaving them overnight in water. And then, of course, you can mix the two colours. And like I said, what we'll do is we'll pop a little bit of the... Oh, it's like a dark purple, that, actually.
Is that the wildflower, yeah?
Yeah, it's like a darky purple. I thought it were a blue one. Oh, that's a nice purple.
It's a nice
and then
purple.
again, you can go in with your yellow, although I would use a different brush for this. Oh, go, Debbie, what do you like? Different brush.
Oh, you use a different one?
Yeah, I just wanted to use a different one there. Although, to be fair, I'm going to mix them anyway. So let's just... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Can mix them up a little bit, and again you can still carry on moving that even though it's been on a little bit. Then you can still move it and maneuver your two colours, or you can pop them down. So let's pop a little bit onto my glass mat, a little bit onto there, mix a little bit up into there and create yourself a different kind of a colour. So I've got a little bit grungy looking with those two colours there, but this is the fun bit of how you use these pens. You can mix colours up. So let's go in with begonia.
Okay.
Begonia. Oh yeah, that's a nice red. Ooh, red and yellow. Yeah.
Red and yellow?
Red and yellow, yes. What will red and yellow make? Are you thinking? Are you concentrating?
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, it's okay. Yeah, it'll make a bit of orange, look. So I've gone from red. And again, I'm going to bring in my brush, like so. I'm going to go in with my yellow.
Which colour are you on now?
I've got begonia and sunflower.
Yeah. And
I'm going to mix the two. And I'm going to create myself a little bit of orange in this now. Let's mix those two up together. Oh, yes. Now, this is the fun thing. And I'm using this again. Can you see my brush? Yeah. Got a little bit of colour on there. All I'm going to do is just carry on until it runs clear and my brush is clear again. So it acts as a lovely water brush. It really, really does. And I've got a mixture there of like a red, orange, and then the beauty. Oh,
it's a pretty
sunset. Oh, it is a pretty
sunset. Yes,
oh,
you're right.
Yes. Now, do you know if you ever do yourself a little colour swatch as well when you get these? I always have a little colour swatch on a piece of cardstock, watercolour cardstock. Watercolour cardstock, by the way, is the premium quality cardstock of choice when it comes to anything that uses water-soluble inks. So definitely, that is why we've put that in the collection for you. I do like those two colours. I'm going to keep those to one side in a bit later for a lovely sunset feature that I might be doing with some of the things that we've got on the show. But they really are fabulous pens, and that's before we even get started. So we've done the watercolour, we've done the glitter, we've done the mix of a grungy looking yellow there. It is grungy, yeah. The two colours and then the mix of the two colours there. But of course you've got all your lovely, you know, your stamps, Ben. These stamps are fabulous. They really are fabulous stamps where you can stamp, in fact, shall I repeat that, what I did this morning? Seemed to go down really well this morning. So I'm going to show you what I mean by this. I'm going to use this gorgeous stamp. Where's my ink pad gone? Anybody see? Yep, comes in the collection. Ink, and the right ink. And the most simplified way of talking about inks and the right ink pad. And we've put it in there for you. We've thought about this. This starter kit is absolutely fabulous. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to watercolour cardstock, floral stamp, ink up the stamp, and I'm going to show you why we have the waterproof dye ink that creates the non-smear, and it's always one that honestly it just wows people. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, good grief.
Did everyone think you had a bit of an accident?
Oh yeah, they did, yeah, because I'm going to go on, I'm going to ink my image like so, and then I'm going to throw water. Oops. Bit of a spillage.
Have you actually had a spillage?
I have actually thrown quite a lot of water down there.
You have.
But watch what happens. Well, Ben, nothing
It's not.
happens.
George is coming in even closer than he did earlier on to have a look at that.
Nothing happens, and I am rubbing, and can you see how much water I've put down there? Might have been a little bit excessive with the water. However, it's to prove a point on why we've popped in there. Excuse me a minute while I just clean up my water mess, because I've just chucked about way too much water on there.
It does work and all.
But it is absolutely... Ben, what are you doing over there?
I'm just doing what you were doing.
Are you happy? Are you having a play?
Well, I'm just having a little play. I mean, some things have been more successful than the others. But I just wanted to prove for myself that what you were saying was true, you know, and it is.
Yeah, because I think sometimes you have to see these things to see. But it's the reason why when you are using things like Aqua markers or Tri markers or sparkle pens or Aqua blends, do you know the pencils?
Yeah.
Why you would use the right ink pad to stamp up your image. You're not going to get any interference. It's not going to bleed out anywhere when you add the water to it, because you've got the right ink, and that is why we've popped that into the starter kit. And I'm going to stamp that again. In fact, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I might colour it. No, I'm not going to waste my image. I'll just dry that off a second. Well, yeah, just showed you, didn't it, how fabulous it is.
So you're going to carry on using the one that you've just thrown your water over?
Oh yeah, just be careful though, because I've got quite a lot of water on there. In fact, no, do you know what I would normally do? Because I don't want you to do it into a soggy, so that's a soggy, very soggy piece of cardstock now. However, look at that. Nothing.
Proved the point.
Nothing smudged, nothing's moved. It's a fabulous way of showing you how to do it. But what I'm going to do is, I am going to stamp myself another one. Okay.
Here's a good question whilst you get ready stamping there, because Mo wants to know, how do you increase your chances of getting a good first stamp?
Rocker blocks are amazing. Can I just tell you, rocker blocks are blinking amazing. Sarah's dad, when he, when they worked this one out, I just love these. Stamping platform's a good one with the magnetic base, because you can keep going back over. When you've held your cardstock down, you can keep going back over.
Yeah.
However, a rocker block's quite a good one as well. Just make sure when you've given it a good inking, and that's another thing, make sure you have got a good inking. I'm only doing like little gentle taps, but I want to make sure I've gone all over that stamp.
Yeah.
So not squidge into there.
But it's a good thorough coverage going over it quite a few times, like you said, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. There's nothing, you're not going to hurt anything by going over. Just make sure you've got no transferable ink on your rocker block. But it's an heel to toe, so you hold it like in 4 quadrants, like so. And the pressure you're going to put is in the middle, but it's a heel to toe, so you start in one and roll with it. Oh, that was a good one, George. Roll with it. So I'm going to pop that down onto my cardstock, and then I'm going to put the pressure down into the middle, and I always give it another little rock. But look at that.
Can I ask a question then?
Clean. You can ask away.
Because obviously the flower that I stamped a second ago, I did using my stamping platform.
Yeah.
So when would you tend to go platform over rocker block, or is it just personal choice?
So if I was using the platform, I would always use this.
Okay.
Stamping mat, because you have got a bit of give in this. So it's like made of a dense foam, with a thickness. But that's for a reason, because when you're pushing down onto your platform, you're getting a nice bounce back with the stamp, and it absorbs it, so it makes the coverage run smooth. You don't need it with a rocker block. You've just seen me do this, and you saw me do it live, straight onto the cardstock. And I've got a beautiful, clean, crisp image just by doing the heel to toe and holding 4 quadrants, popping the pressure in the middle, and dush, straight down. Beautiful, crisp stamp, and that's why, and it's directly onto the mat, not onto. It's very rare I use that one with the rocker block. If I do, it's usually because I've not been thinking straight. When I'm going straight in there, I forget about it. But now we've got like our beautiful colour. and I'm definitely going to bring in that begonia because it's beautiful. And you can go in, now if you're going to go in, again, can I just mention the clear overlay sparkle pen is a fabulous paintbrush. But the Royal and Magnical brushes, Ben, they come in all variety of sizes.
They do.
I've got a few here. Oh, I'll keep chucking things on floor. From a very, very thin one, then you're going up a little bit, can you see? To your really big, thick ones, you've got medium-sized ones. I'm just going to be showing my brushes off now, and please excuse me, because honestly, they're so mucky, my brushes. I'm ashamed to show them live.
But it shows they're well loved, Debbie.
They are well loved, Ben. They are, and they give you a different, different look every single time. So again, I've got my brushes laid out. I've got my tissue. I want a damp brush, remember, not a soggy wet brush. And then I'm going to go in, and we'll start with literally laying down a little bit.
What colour you gone in with there?
And then you're going to, you what, darling?
What colour you gone in with there?
I've got begonia.
Begonia.
And I'm going to move it around again. However, I do love a good old sparkle, I'm not going to lie. And I'm going to just go in. Now, if you're doing this technique, again, can I just say, maybe scribble bits down. Don't go back in with, so I don't want to be going in that area where it's wet with my brush because I'm going to ruin my brush. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to pop quite a bit down to start with and then start to move it around with my brush and build it up that way. Now, the way that I go back in with, if I need to add more, is I'm going to pop a little bit onto my glass mat and I am literally squiggling the teeny weeniest bit. I'm going to go back in with a damp brush, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to add this to it. And honestly, Ben, you will love these pens. If you've always been a little bit frightened of colouring, you won't be with the watercolours. You really will not be seriously.
Well, that's a good question. So Victoria's asked, can you use sparkle pens over alcohol?
Yeah, clear overlay, absolutely. The clear overlay, oh my God, I'm not going to lie, I probably have about 10 of them at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I use them for all sorts. Clear overlay sparkle pens, ingenious idea. But yes, they will work with the watercolour as a water brush. They will go over your alcohol markers. They'll go over your pencils. They'll go over your... I'm trying to think of all the things that they go over. Ton of things. They just add that little touch of sparkle. They really do. And I'm going to go back in again, Ben. Are you having a little play as well? Are you doing a spot of colouring?
I am. I don't think I'm doing the best thing in the world. Do you know what, to be honest, I came here tonight for the making the backgrounds.
Oh, I promise you we will do. I just wanted to show you how fabulous this starter kit is. And now you can use these and create gorgeous colour. And again, the sparkle, the clear overlay, if you're going to use a clear overlay, I mean, seriously, you're just going to go in. Let's lay a bit of colour down again. And if you noticed, I'm not being particularly careful where I'm popping my colour down. But again, I'm just going to go in and you can move and draw out that colour. You can create really lovely effects from... Oh, I love that sound. I do
the squeaky
love that
sound, yeah, it's nice.
Squeaky sound. But yeah, the sparkle just gives it a whole new dimension. And don't forget, you could do a little bit more by adding colour in. So I could bring in a little bit of colour again. I'll pop down my yellow. I'll pick that up. I'm going to go in. Yeah. And we'll add a bit of dimension, so a little bit of orange tone going across. Because obviously roses, they come in different colours, don't they, as well?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
You get all sorts of different colour roses, don't you?
Oh, well.
Yellow and
black.
red and white. Eh?
You can get a black rose.
Can you?
Oh, aye. Yeah. Oh, aye. What are I doing then? What language was that? Oh, aye.
I don't know what that was. Irish? Oh, do you know what now? I prefer just taking it off the mat. I find that much easier.
Do you know,
put it onto the mat and adding water.
Exactly. You'll find a way that works for you.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong way. These pens will work with you, how you create.
Yeah.
I adore them. I was one of those people that was absolutely terrified of using them. I kept saying, nope, I'm not getting into, no, it's not for me, it's not for me. Until I started using them. And then realised just how easy they were to use, and I thought, why on earth have I been steering clear of these? Because they're just fabulous pens. They're more forgiving. That's a good word.
Yeah.
More forgiving than alcohol pens.
Well, like you say, at least if you're getting this kit, you're getting everything that you need. Like chop your watercolour cardstock up into smaller pieces and just have a bit of a play, have a bit of fun with it. And if you do muck it up, it doesn't really matter, does it? The worst thing is you've ruined a bit of cardstock. But
exactly. And is that such a bad thing?
No, because you're having fun, aren't you?
Exactly, you're having a lot of fun.
Of
You're getting creative, and you're having a play with something that you maybe not normally have used.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, if you want to go in and add some to it, you can do. Just make sure you're not going in over an area what's already wet, because that's the last thing you want to do. But again, I'm just going to move that, draw it out. I have to remember to talk, and I know you're engrossed. I
know, sorry, I will talk a minute.
You are engrossed as well.
I'm just having a bit of a play.
Do you know, honestly, that's what it's all about, Ben, and I'd rather people see that you can do these things, and you can always go back in. And when I say forgiving, if you've made a bit of a poopy mess, is that the best way to describe it? A little bit of a poopy mess.
What are you on about?
That's because what Safi calls it.
A poopy mess?
Yeah, when she makes a mistake. It's her little language.
A poopy mess, yeah, anyway. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No.
It really, really doesn't matter. Because you've got these pens, they're very forgiving as well. And if you make mistakes, there's lots of ways that you can do to solve your mistakes as well. And honestly, I'm getting really carried away. I shouldn't really be colouring all of this image, but let's have a play. While we're here, let's have a little play. Oh, I just love them, honestly.
Yeah, Gilmore just said, what-y mess? A poopy mess. It's kindergarten talk, isn't it, really?
It is, yes. When she's made a little bit of a mess, she calls it a poopy mess.
That's fine.
Yeah, little darling.
They'll probably call it far worse as they get older.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll keep it to the nice, sweet innocent at the moment. While she's giddy and little.
I've got to tell you,
you enjoying it?
I really am enjoying it, and you know what? I like having a go. I was so afraid of having a bit of a play and just trying stuff out on there, but now I've done, we craft alongs with Jan. I've done some stenciling. I did, doing a bit of colouring now. It is so much fun. Literally, yeah. Just you can have a quick little look. I've just gone back in and done the centre. I'm sort of half copying Debbie. I'm going to go around. That obviously needs to be green. I got a bit excited, but I'm just going to do that. But yeah, this is good fun. I really love it.
Absolutely.
And I prefer, actually, I found it easier because I know you were going in and applying the colour onto the image and then drawing it out. I found it easier to get the light and shade by putting it onto the glass mat and then going in and doing it that way.
And that's exactly it.
Finding what's easiest for you.
Do what works for you, Ben. That's what I always say. Do what works for you. And then, obviously, if you have made a little bit of a mess, when I say it's more forgiving, it absolutely is, because you can go back in with your water and you can almost erase that out a little bit, and just by going back in and again, just literally take it away. So, because I sometimes get carried away, and I'm going back in with the water up to the line and then just give it a little dab, and you can almost get away with it. I've got a little bit on here, but
Roseanne has just bought the full collection, the starter collection.
You will have so much fun. Let me tell you,
will.
You really, really will. And especially if whatever medium you're going to do with, and then of course you can do a little bit of a background technique with this. So let's pop on a little bit of the red, a bit of the green, and a bit of the yellow that we've just used. And I'm going to go in with a very ultra fine brush. Yeah. And I'm going to go in, and this is when I do want a bit of a wet soggy brush now, so I'm not going to dab it off, but I'm going to splatter around the outside.
Okay.
Around the outside.
What was that? Around the outside. Around the outside.
And just splatter and give it a little bit of a...
Oh, this is fun, Debbie.
Are you enjoying it?
I really am.
I know
this
you
is
would.
So much fun. This is why as well, though, I think... again, if you are a bit of a beginner, I do think this is more forgiving than perhaps colouring with your... well, it's horses for courses, but I personally think there's more that you can do, and it is more forgiving than perhaps starting with your alcohol markers if you are a complete beginner. What's your take on that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you know, if I was starting colouring this way around now, I would be choosing watercolour. I wouldn't be doing the alcohol markers. That's something I would do later on, because I think you can master colouring very quickly with your aqua markers. Yeah. I'm going to go in with a thicker brush for this because I want to pick up a little bit more of the ink.
Are you flicking over there?
Yeah, have a little splatter. I've got my Christmas jump on, it's fine, it won't hit my dress.
Oh, no,
but the size of the difference with the brush, very thin brush gives you a smaller splatter, a thicker brush gives you a a bigger splatter. Is
Yeah.
that such a word?
Well, it is now. Yeah, big splatter.
Yep, and you want the soggy brush end for this, to do this, because you want it to be more diluted to create your technique over. Have you had a go at the splatter yet, Ben?
I haven't, because I just want to finish colouring in my flower.
Oh.
But I'm with you. I might have a splatter in a minute, but I'm definitely up to... Sorry, that's a sentence I thought I'd never say. Sorry, I might have a go at the splattering in a minute, but I'm here for the backgrounds, as I say, and the shaving foam.
Oh, I knew you. Well, you're going to really enjoy that. If you've been enjoying this, and I'm just going to give it a blast with my heat tool.
Yeah.
And if you want to dilute some of the splodges that you've done, if they're too big, just take your tissue and go in and wipe them up.
Yeah.
Because you're not hurting anything, and it just dilutes the colour. But if you're happy with the rest, you've created a really beautiful background technique, kind of, so, you know, a little bit of a technique one. I'm just going to move this and just clean this for a second.
Do it.
And I've got a lot of water down there. Play.
Yeah.
Play is the best way I could tell you to have a play with these. And I'll just dab off a little bit.
I'm going to definitely read a few more of your comments in just a second. Sharon says she could watch Debbie colour all day long.
Bless you.
And Mary Reno says, I have got all the sparkle markers. Once you start, you can't stop.
No, that's very true. That is so true. It really, really is. But I am on that. You know, I literally could play with aqua markers all day long. Create a little bit of a background, and if you want to do little bit of the, do you know, the little bit of like what Craig does when he goes around the edge, you could absolutely do that. And of course you could draw it out too. So shall we go in with let's go in with a...
Can I just, I know everyone else did, but I didn't see, so what did you do with your splattering then? So you just picked up a bit?
Just popped a little bit down.
Yeah.
Dip your water in your dip your brush in your water.
Right.
And then pick it up and splatter. Are you wanting to have a go?
I might. So,
Yeah.
so water, so... Bit.
Pop down your colour.
Yeah.
So go down with your colour.
Yep, done
onto
it.
your mats, yeah.
Yeah.
And then take your brush.
Yeah.
Into the water, pick it up, splatter. Oh, your colouring's amazing.
Like that? Oh, that's too much.
Oh, lovely. No, go for it. Oh, Ben, that's awesome.
That's not that good.
Awesome.
It's not that good.
It is. It's absolutely fabulous.
Did you splatter other colours as well then, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, so just take a bit of everything?
Yeah, take a bit of everything and splatter away.
I'm gonna have
Absolutely. You're enjoying yourself, aren't you now?
I am, making a mess.
Oh, bless you. Now
Sorry.
I'm going to go in
Uh-huh.
with mine, and I'm going to go in and just draw a little bit of the colour out as well. If you let your ink dry, it can be difficult sometimes to manoeuvre around.
Yeah.
However, if you just go straight in with your brush, and I'm just giving it a little bit of a softer technique around the outside, and it gives it a little bit of grounding as well when you do this technique. Bit similar to what Craig does with his technique. You know, when he goes round with his ice grey.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
I used to use a green round mine from a different company that I used to use before I used our Spectrum Noir products, and I used to use like a greeny tone to go around, which is why I thought I'd choose this one, reminiscent of those days. But the lovely thing about this is that you can really have a play, really draw out that colour, and I'm only going in with a softer look around the outside.
Around the outside.
Around the outside, around the outside. And I'm just going to go in, and again, just draw some of that colour out.
Debbie, can I just say, I love the splattering.
Do you love the splattering?
I absolutely.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I am enjoying it. Really enjoying it. This is
They
great
are
fun.
honestly beautiful, beautiful. And again, you can even go over once you've done it with you and splatter over, because this is water-based. I'll show you that technique in a moment with the colours. But how beautiful are these? They're just absolutely gorgeous. And then you've got a little topper ready to add to any card. Let me have a look at yours again.
But I didn't take a chance to do the round the outside.
I'm not bothered. I'm looking at your colours. Oh my God, amazing. Ben, you've never done that before?
No, first time.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank
wow,
you.
wow. And can I just say,
Yeah.
because this is your first time of doing it, doesn't it show you how easy they are to do?
Yeah.
It really, really does show you how easy they are to do.
Have the confidence to have a go and have a play. And if you make a mess, don't matter, does it? You just start again. I'm well chuffed with that. But the great thing about following all of these different techniques is you are making a bit of a mess. You are having a bit of fun doing the old splatter technique. Brilliant, because you'll get something different every time. I absolutely love it. And by the way, loads of you are loving the show so far. Roseanne saying, I've just got the Aqua Starter Collection and the Spectrum Noir Starter Painting Bundle. Cannot wait to get it. Merry Christmas to me. Zena saying, I have clear overlay brushes everywhere, even one at my work office. Nothing like adding a touch of sparkle to anything. Best thing ever. Debbie, you are so inspiring, says Terry. Watching you colour like this makes us feel like we can make something beautiful just as effortlessly as you do.
Aww.
Thank you so much. Joy saying, you two are making me want to stamp and use these today. I was planning to die cut. Joy also, Rhonda saying, Ben, that's brilliant. Thank you. Great colouring. And Kay saying, Diz, Kay didn't say Diz. She said, did this rose come from a collection or is it a stamp by itself? Well, it comes in this collection. It's in the, was that a bundle?
Do you know, they came, do you remember the Hint of Tints?
Yeah.
The 0.5 Classique markers. Do you remember? Not Classiques. Oh, they were. Oh, were they? Yes.
Pass.
Illustrators. Do you know, they came with one of the alcohol marker, but a stamp's a stamp.
Yeah.
So you can buy them separately if you want, but this comes in a starter bundle with the Aqua pens as well. So yeah, absolutely, you can buy it. It's called Have a Lovely Day. Tap it in your search bar on the Crafters Companion website. Yep. Shop and watch at the same time. Tap it in and you'll find it on there. And I think it's roughly around 5, 6, something like that.
$7.99 here in the UK, $9.95 US. Classic hint of, says Rachel.
Thank you.
And Terry was just asking, was Debbie drawing out the green colour with the sparkle pen on that last demo?
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow. Are we having fun or what? We're going to carry on with the Aqua Starter Complete Collection. Don't forget 12 pens from your floral set. I've made a right old mess over here. So you're going to get these 12 pens included for you, 12 markers, I should say. So you've got your brush nib, you've got your ultra fine nib and all of these beautiful colours. Again, all the hues that you want, from dark right through to the very lightest of light, and of course then you can mix up all of your colours as well. And then on top of that, of course, you've got this beautiful stamp set included, and you're going to get the Butterflies in Flight stamp set too, plus you're going to get watercolour cardstock. We're going to give you your Flagstone waterproof die too, and so you are good to go. Right, another technique from this bundle, Debbie, yeah? Just
one last one, and it's just to show you how you can do a colour wash in a background and do a bit of faux bleaching. Oh. Now you can do this. I heard a little noise from there, he's right excited about this one. But yeah, where you can do a faux bleaching. So I've just chosen a couple of colours. I've gone with Blossom and Orchid. Orchid, that's the right word again.
Orchid, yeah.
And I'm going to go again with the brush. So I'm taking off for the brush. However, to create this, I don't go directly onto my cardstock. I do the squiggle.
The squiggle.
The squiggle.
Blossom and Orchid, you said?
Orchid, yeah, and Blossom. Are you going with the same colours?
Well, no, I'll do something different, shall I?
No, entirely up to you. I'm just going to go in to pick up my brush, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a little bit of a faux bleaching, bit of a wash. Colour wash.
So how much water did you apply to your brush then?
Not soggy still, just a bit damp. Pick it up and then go on and blend as well, because they're so blendable. Look at this, because of the water soluble aspect. It means you can create beautiful, beautiful backgrounds, almost like an ombre effect, and it really is absolutely gorgeous. And if you want to move a little bit more, just go back in and add some more water, and it creates the most soothest of transitions. And again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to pop a little bit of the purple. I'm not going to waste any of this ink that's on here, and I'm going to move it around a little bit more just by creating this wash. And it honestly is the most gorgeous way that you can create some techniques.
Oh, look at that.
And they're very, very blendable. Did you see how much ink I used, Ben?
Yeah.
Barely any.
Hardly any.
These pens are going to last you a long time. And the beautiful thing about this as well, and this is another thing I say about when you're colouring with them, they don't bleed through. Do you know, like alcohol markers, some people don't like the bleed through?
Yeah.
When you are colouring with aqua markers, you don't get no bleed through the other side because they're not alcohol. You know, there's no alcohol content in there. Might get a little bit of that where you picked up the excess off your mat, but you don't get no bleed through. But I'm just going to show you, because the transition of that blending And I'm just thinking, we've got stamps on the show tonight that this is going to work beautiful with. And I'm just going to bring one in just to show you what I mean. But perhaps use those, do you know the stamps from the stencils and things like that? And where you've got the silhouettes stamps that you could then use, because that's a beautiful background that you can use. People ask me as well, how do you stop when you've applied it and stop it from crinkling? Yeah. You just smooth it out with your hands. But look at that transition, George. That is a beautiful, beautiful background. But you inquired about how you do the faux bleaching, didn't you, Ben?
Yes.
Have you done your background?
I have, but I haven't got a heat tool, so I've just sort of.
That's fine. It's fine. It doesn't take long to dry. To be in all honesty, that's beautiful. That's your first time you've done a bit of a colour wash.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. So grab your thin, well, actually, any brush.
Any brush.
And you can do this with your clear overlay as well. Just get a different kind of technique. But I'm going to go in with, actually, do you know what else you can use?
What? Fingers? What are you doing?
Splashing. You can do it and get it more controlled with the brush, but our Fiona, oh bless her little heart, she used to just get her fingers in, dunk it down on paper, wait for it to take hold, and you start to see it. Can you start to see it shifting? Can you see already? Did you do it?
Right there.
Did you do it? That's it. Exactly like that. Pretend you're cooking.
One more. A little bit more salt on mine.
Talking of salt.
Yeah, a bit more Percy pepper. Hang on.
If you have this wet through, you can put your salt to it and create a salt technique as well.
Yep.
Ben!
What?
What are you doing over there?
I'm creating a masterpiece. Yep.
Right,
oh, it's going!
Yeah, and the longer you leave it... Now, wait till you put your tissue over. Put your tissue over.
Oh, yeah. How much tissue? Just one sheet?
Just one sheet.
One sheet.
One sheet of blending.
Yep. And then what? How long do I leave
Pop
it on
over.
there? Yeah. Press it down.
Smooth your hand over it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Do your lift off. You ready?
Yeah.
Lift off. Beautiful, Ben. Beautiful, Ben. Come on, Ben. Lift off.
Oh, it's a little bit more minimalistic. I need to splash again. Can I splash again?
You splash again, yeah, absolutely. That looks very atmospheric.
Just go. Guardium Leviosa.
You are enjoying it, honestly, but this just shows you, you know, you're having a go for the first time tonight. There might be people out there right now or watching who've never ever tried this before.
So I go back in again with the tissue, yeah?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Damp it down.
Damp it down. And the longer you leave it, Ben, and obviously you imagine having your deeper colours.
Whoa!
Oh, look at that. How beautiful is that? And now again, Ben, you've got a lovely background. Let me just bring this in again.
Yep.
Background for your stamps. So
yeah.
Yeah? And how gorgeous is that? So you've got a little background so you can bank that, Ben, and use that later.
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm so glad I've done this with you,
So that was just a very quick technique. Before we move on, because we've got loads of things in the show to show you, but that's just another little technique. And again, how easy it was to do. I mean, the lovely smooth transition that you got with that blend.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about inks blending well, but Aqua pens, I mean, you've already seen different ways that you can use them in this first part of the show. Tons of ways that you can use them, Ben. We'll get ready to move on, shall we?
Just to say as well, so obviously I didn't have a dryer. Roseanne wants to know, would you recommend using a dryer or can, I mean, you can wait for it to dry. Would you use a dryer or is it okay not to use one?
It's okay to leave it.
Yep.
I'll just tell you now, if you leave it, probably about 5 minutes, if that, because it dries quite quickly. So don't worry if you haven't got a heat tool. And then you can come back to that and you can still do the bleaching technique afterwards. It's called Faux bleaching technique. You can still do that afterwards as well. So don't worry if you haven't got a heat tool. Just leave it for a few minutes and it'll be fine. Stick it over your radiator. Dry it instantly.
Yeah.
I've had to do that before in the past, let me tell you. But yeah, really, really easy. And we might come back to this kit later on. But for now, we'll just move on to some other things that we've got on the show, because I want to show you some other things that you can do with these as well.
Fantastic. Literally having the best time. You've got to get this kit. If you're new to doing this like me, give it a go, because literally you've got, well, the last 50 minutes to take you all through it with Debbie, and you've got everything in this kit that you need. You've got your watercolour cardstock, 15 sheets of that. As I said, the great thing is, if you're having a play, just cut it down into smaller pieces and you'll have more to play with. Of course, we're going to give you your floral aqua markers. So all of these four colours you're going to, all of these 12 colours I should say you're going to get. Your ultra fine and your brush nib. And again, you've seen just a few ways that you can use these to get the very best out of them. You use so little of the ink each time you're using them. These are going to last a long, long time, and of course all of the different hues of colours that you've got by adding your water, and then loads of different colours as well, because you're going to be mixing them all up. On top of that, we're giving you 2 stamp sets included. So there's beautiful butterflies in bloom, and that Have a Lovely Day, which is the flower that we were using just a few moments ago. And then also in this bundle, to complete it and round it off nicely, you're going to get your waterproof ink pad as well in the flagstone. So that is everything that you need to get going, have a play. £27.99 or $35.99 is the price on that one if you're a platinum member. Right, we've got loads more coming up for you in just a few moments time, but if you've got items in your basket, that starter collection is proving popular. However, we've got lots more to show you, lots more techniques to do with Debbie as well. I'm proud of that, me. It's good, isn't it? It's good. You should definitely give this a go. Get the starter collection. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon. Thanks for all the lovely comments coming through. Joanne says, I've been lurking for a while, but today I had my first go at die cutting, stamping and colouring after getting loads of wonderful advice from the Crafters TV team. Well, that is amazing, and that's what we love to hear. Caroline saying, Ben is like a big kid. I love it. And Roseanne says, you're killing me, Ben. Aisha also saying, great job, Ben. We'd like to see a craft off between Ben and Joe. That would be so much fun to watch. Maybe in the new year. Maybe we could come up with this feature where we get a cracker, yeah? And oh no, we've already done that. We've already done that. Let's have a look at some other goodies that we've got on the show as well. I have not seen these stamps for absolutely ages, and I think they are fantastic. These are your beautiful word stamps that have got a wonderful collection of different words in, surrounded by all of these beautiful florals. 8 different words you're going to get with the different flowers. Hang on a minute, stop the press. Can we all just pause and look at the price? Is that for all of them?
No.
That cannot be right.
No, is that a mistake?
£11 for all of them.
Look at platinum price. Is that right?
Platinum, that's £1.10 per stamp.
Can we just double check that? Can we just double check that? Because that's a lot of stamps. Just to be clear, because I don't fancy the P45 just before Christmas.
Yeah, Erin's just double checking that.
That is an amazing. If that's true, Ben, wow.
That's got to be the deal of the show, isn't it?
Well, I didn't realise they were that low. I genuinely didn't realise. So that's 2 stamps. That's the 3rd stamp. Hello.
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 Don't start that again.
No, I shall probably start that
4.
again.
Sister.
5. Is that 5?
That's 4.
4.
5 is sorry.
5, right, okay.
6.
Enjoy. Look how gorgeous these stamps are.
I love you get a different flower with every different word as well. 7. Congrats. And then mum with the daffodils. It is over 70% you're saving. Erin has double checked and checked again. That price is the price. Wow, it slipped through the net. I'm telling you now, that shouldn't be the price. Get it tonight whilst you can. That's a huge saving. And if you were looking for your first stamp set to get going with, to get colouring with, that is an absolute steal. Even if you've already got this, get it again and give it as a gift, because that is amazing. You're going to be working with one of these now, Debbie, I think, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
I can't believe that price.
Well, I was just going to use the mum. I've got the mum on mine. And I'm going to use a little bit. I'm going to do a couple of these resist techniques in the show, but I'm going to show you again just how easy it is. With your aqua markers, with your tricolours, because tricolours are aqua markers, but in a 3 pen. Not a blend. We'll talk about the tricolours in a moment, but I'm going to use translucent clear heat embossing, perfect for heat embossing resist techniques. I've got some white embossing powder. This is a Cosmic Shimmer one. Just check on the website. Not sure if it's on the website. Go and check that out. And I'm going to use, again, premium quality cardstock, watercolour cardstock, because I have picked out some of the pens from my starter kit for this one.
Oh, yes, good.
And I'm going to cover it with the translucent clear. I've got my 4x4 platform. Start again.
4x4. Sounds like the Tasmanian devil then.
I know, 4x4 platform.
4x4 platform.
And the stamping mat.
Yep.
And I'm going to now give this a nice coverage as well.
Okay.
And when I say a nice coverage, again, it's not about the slapping it into, oh dear Lord, what on earth? That's not mine.
Who's been having a go at that?
That is not mine. That is definitely not my ink pad.
Let's blame
Leanne.
You're blaming Leanne?
Yeah, she was here last night. Of course I'm going to blame Leanne.
Oof, well, I'm not.
No.
I'll blame Craig. Let's start that one again. See if he's come back in. He's coming back in, isn't he? It was Craig.
Yeah, he was here the other day.
He was.
Yeah, he was here the other day.
So
he went
lovely
round
to
like
see him.
naughty little elf, doing naughty little things, weren't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
What it was. Ian, wasn't it so great when he was back in the building?
So
Bless
honestly,
him.
when I
can't
caught sight of him last week, he came into. I nearly burst into tears live on air because I've not seen him for ages.
No.
I got so emotional, I'm telling you, it was so lovely to see him.
And it's so great to see him looking so well again, isn't it?
He looks amazing.
After everything he's been through, bless him.
He's been through hell, is
Yeah.
what I'm going to tell you. But he's fighting fit, and he's ready and raring to
He
go.
is. We've almost had to hold him back, haven't we?
Absolutely.
No, you've got to take it at your time.
Yeah, he definitely did. So I'm going to pop that on, and I'm going to pop me, I'm just going to try and make sure I've got this straight. So please excuse the head for a second, George, with my Christmas tree. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to make sure I've covered the whole of that stamp with the translucent clear. And I'm just going to have to push it down a little bit because I can feel my fingers going. It's quite all right.
Wow.
Just saying. Just going to give it a little push down there. But it acts with the right, with the right tools.
Yeah.
You can get this and look this achieve this look. God,
Achieve
what
this
is wrong
look.
with me today?
Look this achieve.
Oh,
Like Yoda.
seriously. And
I
I'm
can see
going to
that.
go in. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go in with the white. I'm going to go over. All I can hear is you. You're making me laugh.
Sorry.
I keep hearing you. I'm like, it's moving again. It's moving again.
I just adjusted my antlers.
And I'm just going to. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do?
What?
Oh, I forgot to use me anti-static bag.
Oh, yes.
Debbie, you daft. Can I
Now,
start that again?
why
Can
do
I
you
start-
need to
Can I
use
start that again?
Yeah, start it again.
Right, thank
but
you.
Why do you need to use that for people who are watching for the first time?
Fingerprints.
Right.
All those kind of things. So I'm just going to move that to one side. And I'm going to grab another piece of cardstock because I realised I'd not done it. Silly old me. It stops, things sticking to your cardstock.
Yeah.
Watch me not be able to find it now. Here it is. It stops things from. Are you all right over there, Ben?
Sorry, I haven't got my jumper on with the fire going. It's an app. It's the phone, and it just vibrated because I just got a text message and it scared the living daylights out of me.
That's hilarious. Bless you. I do love that jumper. I'm not going to lie. That's a fabulous, fabulous jumper. And I'm just going to do that again now. I think I covered that well.
You certainly did. No, we'll take it out in the edit. Can I just say as well, loads of you in the comments are saying what a deal this is, and loads of you are telling me that you're buying it, and the people that have already bought it are saying they cannot believe the deal on these. Astrid says, I've got these, they're amazing, grab them. Mary, OMG, that's amazing for these beautiful stamps. Lily, this price is ridiculous, shocking, blowing my mind. It's the deal of the show, honestly, isn't it, Debbie, for all 8 of these?
Absolutely it is. I'm just going to ask John, because I've noticed, I don't think this ink pad is working very well, so I'm just going to have a little check. Yeah, I need a new translucent clear ink pad, if I may, John. Only because I can see that the embossing powder isn't sticking to it. Now, I know that this is a white embossing powder, but I can see that it's missing this, so I don't think this is as sticky as it used to be. Okay. We do use these ink pads quite a lot, and I think it's run its course, and I think we need a new one. So I'm just going to pause this temporarily.
All right,
I'd rather do something right than try and fudge it. I'm not going to try and fudge anything.
Oh, he's quick on the draw, McGraw. Look, here he is.
That was like super speedy.
He's in, super speedy.
Thank you very
Seriously,
much,
he's helping everyone out today.
He's been absolutely...
Not all heroes wear capes.
What's that?
Not all heroes wear capes.
Oh, bless him. So I'm going to try that again. One last time we'll do this, because this is what can happen live on TV.
Hey, but it's good to know, because that might happen to your pad, mightn't it? And you might wonder why it's not working.
Yeah, absolutely. So this should be a nice new one.
No. Oh.
We'll try it. We'll give it a go.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. 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 It's that TikTok thing, isn't it?
What is it?
It's a TikTok. No.
I don't know. I'm not on TikTok.
Are you not on TikTok?
Well,
we did our TikTok, didn't we, Ben?
Oh.
Can't share our TikTok, can we, Ben?
We did a little TikTok on the Crafters TV TikTok page, but we can't. It's not had to go on there, is it?
Nope.
Just because of copyright or something?
Nope.
It was a good and all.
It was good. I right enjoyed it. First time ever I tried a TikTok. I was telling kids, I shared it with kids, and I said to them,
you've got it, have you?
Yeah, I got a copy.
I ain't got it.
Did you not get a copy?
I didn't get a copy.
Did you not get a copy?
I didn't get a copy of the video, the TikTok.
Brent and John wiggling the bum-bums. Is that what it went to? That one, yeah.
For our UK viewers, I think this might be on in the US as well. It was a parody of the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special with James Corden, when he comes in, steps into Christmas, and we were all dancing and stuff, and it was, it was very, very funny indeed, but sadly, I don't think you'll ever get to see it. Lots of lovely comments still coming through. Lynn says, we all love Craig. Your hugs were gorgeous, Debbie. Oh goodness, says Treasure Heart, that stamp set has just jumped into my cart. Let me know if you're grabbing this, and if you're not, let me know why not, because these are unbelievable. Nicola just says, please stop these amazing demos. After having ordered loads this week already, the Aqua starter kit, silhouette stencils and frame sentiments have hopped into my basket. And Kay just says, this is slightly off topic, but a question I've wondered about. If you call sweaters a jumper, do you use the word sweater at all there? No, not really. We sometimes call jumpers, I would say a sweater's like a big sort of chunky sweater, like a chunky knit sweater, you would say. But we call these jumpers a sweater, maybe someone who perspires a lot. Yeah, they're a sweater. Maybe, I don't know. But no, definitely jumpers, sometimes sweaters for chunkier knits, I would say. Chunky knit sweater. Hopefully that's answered that one. Isn't it funny how we all speak the same language, yet things are very, very different? Sorry, Debbie, I was whispering on over there.
It's all right. I was just thinking, I'm sweating away in my sweater.
Are you really?
I was cold earlier on, and now...
The turn the heating on.
I feel like the heating's been cranked up. Oh, honestly, I
think I feel I got a fire in my belly.
You've got a what in your belly?
A fire in my belly.
Oh, of course you have. Right, I'm going to see if this one's worked. I've had to change my stamp. I tried the, I thought it was the ink pad. I'm not so sure it was the ink pad. I think it might have even been the stamp. So I've changed my stamp, and I'm just going to see if this works. Because as always on live TV, this can happen. But I want to see if this one works to create this lovely effect. But these stamps at that price are absolutely blooming amazing.
Steal.
It is an absolute steal. And I just think for that price, where you can have a play with your Aqua pens or any of your, actually your sparkle pens would work on this one as well. They would. You'd be able to do this with any kind of water-based medium. And again, of course, when you stamp them in black and things like that, you can colour directly into them with your pens. So I'm just seeing if that's worked. I think it has. I think I might just have missed a little area. Do you know what it could be, Ben? I'm struggling with my hand at the minute with stamping.
Oh, okay.
So it could be that I didn't apply enough pressure onto there.
Yeah.
So we'll soon see, because I think it's worked so far up to there. I just think it might be a little bit. I think it's because I can feel the pins and needles in me.
I can come and be your stamper if you need a bit of power.
Oh, bless you. A bit of power.
Yeah.
I need a fan. I'm boiling. I've gone like 100,000 degrees again.
Can we turn your fan on?
I think I might have my fan on, actually, if you don't mind. My fan? Okay, Ben. Running to the rescue. It's because it's incredibly hot with me hot jumper, and plus I've got me dress on, and I've got a bit warm in here, and we've even got the doors open, but it's still warm.
There you go, Mrs.
Oh, thank you.
Like an 80s,
yeah. It's like,
80s rock video.
Honestly, I just thought, oh, thank you so much. Right, so I've done the heat technique, and I think that's I just keep hearing him rattling everywhere he goes. But again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, and I'm just cleaning. If you've noticed, I've been cleaning. And in fact, I'm going to have to wipe it with my dress. Just please excuse me a minute. But just because I want rid of all the powder that's come from here before I actually start to use these, because I don't want to be transferring.
Did it be again? What was that?
My fan's blown my cards down.
Oh,
that's what that's done. It's okay, Ben, it's okay. Because what we're going to do is, I'm going to grab a little bit of a tissue again, when I can find out what I've done with my tissues.
Hannah wants John to come and stamp for you, Debbie. I know why that might be.
I wonder why. Right, so I've popped a little bit down onto my mat, and then I'm just going to go in with a damp brush again, pick up a little bit, and I'm just going to give a little bit.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Where you go down. And can you see now my words popping out there? So this is a little bit of a resistance, and I'm not, honestly, they're just such good fun. And I'm going to do that again. In fact, I'll keep that there, because I'll show you what else you can do. I'll go in with another colour. I'll go with a bit of we're going with a bit of the sunflower. I'm going to squiggle a bit down. And honestly, I'm barely using any of this, Ben. Barely using any. Normally, I would clean off my brush before I go in with the next colour, because you can transfer. I'm so sorry. I was just thinking, what's Ben doing?
John's on the tea round.
Oh, is he on the tea round? Yes, please. Thank you, John. But can you see now the next one's come on there?
Yeah.
And again, just by using the colours, and I'm just being really random with them. And again, what other colour shall we use, Ben? Shall we go in with a bit of green?
Read my mind.
Yeah, a bit of green.
Yeah.
Scribble a little bit down. Again, bit of a damp brush. Pick up the ink and then squiggle at the side. And watch the resist, and it's pushing away from the stamped image with that translucent clear, and that's what's called a resist technique, because it's resisting going on. The ink is going into the areas where you want it to, but not soaking into the stamped image. Now I'm going to go in with another colour. Let's go in with a dark.
Reminds me of those magic pictures you used to have as a kid.
Yeah.
You used to get those magic colouring books.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I'm going to go in with a brush. Give me a bit of a brush. Did I hear correctly there?
Yeah,
Ben?
apparently there's lots of comments coming through saying that we should get John in to help with the stamping. So if you do need any help, Debbie, feel free. I mean, I offered, but obviously no. I mean, you see enough of me, don't you? So if you need anything, John will come and help you do some stamping.
Oh, bless you. You could come and help me do anything, anytime, Ben, anytime. Because you know how much I love you.
I know.
But yes, well, do you know, I might be doing a bit more stamping in a bit, and I might have to get our John in to help.
Oh, let's get him in, seeing as it's the bit of Christmas fun. As long as he's up for it. I'd never like to get him in it, you know, if he don't want to do it, we won't get him in, you know. Don't want to apply pressure on him, bless him.
No, we don't want to put too much pressure on him. But can you see that lovely, can you see it bounce back off there?
Yeah.
And again, all I'm going to do is, I'll just dab away off the top, just get rid. But can you see, I mean, that's just a simple, very quick, very easy technique that you can do. And obviously when you stamp a little bit more clearly around here, which I've just missed a tiny little bit, but I'm just gonna give that a little blast, just to dry that off. But again, just showing you how a lovely resist technique with your Aqua pens, and you can do this with your tri-blends, but how fabulous does that look? The one that I did with my mum's stamp was that one, and I just did exactly the same, but I just went straight on, and I just literally straight on with different colours. And that's the kind of thing that you can do. But I've got ink all over here, and I don't want to waste that, so I'm going to grab...
Are you going to do make a background?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to just give it a little spritz.
Can I wanted to do this.
You like, well, I'm going to you're going to do some much more fun things.
Oh, yeah, yes, if John's going to help with the stamping, I'm still doing the fun thing. You know the fun thing that you said we were going to do? I'm doing that. I'm the foam guy.
You're the foam.
I'm doing the foam.
You're the foam guy.
Yes, please, because you said that I could do the dunking in the foam.
Yes, I did. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what I'm just doing is picking up the excess ink, and I'm going to go in. Let me just see if the areas what I've not touched up. Yes, that's the word. I can't think of a better word, actually. And I'm going to go in and just carry on picking up the excess ink over, and I'm creating again another little background. So, and you want to just keep on moving. There's still plenty of ink on there. Just go back in with a bit more water. You'll get more of a watered down effect. That's not watered down effect. But you'll just literally just keep on picking up and picking up. And you get a really nice technique if you use a, do you know a craft mat?
Oh yeah.
You get a really lovely technique.
Yes, because it kind of separates a bit more on the mat, doesn't it?
Separates a bit more. So whereas this is a bit more puddled, is that
puddled, I would say, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas on a craft mat, and I will. In fact, shall I show you?
What,
have I got time to show you?
I reckon so. Have you got one there?
Absolutely. I have got a craft mat here.
Oh,
but again,
see the
look at that. That just is. Honestly, it's just like a marble effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, producer Erin, totally. And I'm just going to give it a little blast again. And that was with that. That there was with excess ink that was on my mat. And again, you can just let it dry naturally. And we'll come back to that in a moment, but I've got another little background there.
Stick it in your stash.
Yeah, absolutely. But I've got a mat here, so I'm just going to spread that out a little bit.
This is something that you're going to show us that I only saw again very recently, and I'm sure it was you that brought it to my attention previously, because you always just think glass mat, glass mat, glass mat. But this gives you, well, as you're going to see, gives you a total different look, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because it separates, doesn't it, on the mat?
It separates. Can you see it separating?
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to use the same colours, and I'm just going to squiggle bits down again. And I say literally, I'm not, you can see how it's separating, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a spritz again. But I just want you to see just how, you know, great these pens are. Colour with them, create backgrounds and colour washes and all those kind of things with them. I think I'll use the other side of this one that went wrong. But it separates and it gives it a more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of the word. I'm just going to spread that out a little bit. Like a dotty kind of, like an explosion.
Yeah, like
a bit of an explosion. And you can, of course, you can still switch it around, but I've still got a load on there, Ben, and I'm not even watering. Oh yeah, oh gosh, yeah. Getting carried away. I get like this when I'm home. Put me on my table on my inks, and I just literally could create backgrounds all day long. Literally love, honestly. Beautiful effects. And I've created another little background there, and I'll give that a little blast, and I'll show you the two, and it gives you a totally different look, but again just using a tiny bit of ink.
It seems to have blended better as well.
Yeah,
almost.
so you get some different looks all together. And I've still got, even though I've just drying that off, I mean that looks, honestly,
yeah,
look at that for a background. Ben, that was with the waist on the glass mat. That was with the waist on the craft mat.
Craft mat, I think
and
it's
I've
better.
still got where I could still play and just literally pick up. I'm just going to use the spare bit of cardstock that I've had on here and pick up. Get more watered down every time you're going in with a bit more water. But again, do you know when you're stamping? Beautiful. I just honestly let them dry off naturally. Wipe up your mat when it's all done, and you've got yourself some backgrounds there. I've got 3 backgrounds and a lovely resist technique instantly with those colours that I've used. Absolutely fabulous. You'll find this on the website as well. They're absolutely fabulous. They really are.
They're online, like you say, $9.99 the craft mat, or $14.99 if you're shopping with us in the US. Definitely worth adding into your basket because again, if you're going down the line of getting involved with your watercolours and having a bit of fun, it's nice to have all of the tools at your disposal so you can do even more. The chat still is all about these, the decorative floral word stamps. Unbelievable price on them. Beautiful technique, Debbie says. Lena, love your demos, Debbie, with these word stamps. I have these and will use this technique. Thank you for the inspiration. Take a look at them though. Seriously, these are amazing. All of these for the price on screen, £8.80. I mean, if you got a couple for that price, you'd be over the moon. You're getting all 8 of these within the collection. I've even seen comments on the socials tonight of people saying, I've already got these, but I'm going to get them again. You are basically, yeah, exactly. You basically, yeah, like I said, you pay for 2, and then you're getting the rest of it. It's like buy 2, get 6 free. I mean, have you ever heard of a deal like that? I haven't. Only here would do a deal like that. Basically, it is the deal of the night. £8.80 or $12.80. And even if you came just to watch tonight, if you were thinking, well, I'm not going to shop, I'm just going to tune in for some of the techniques, you can't really refuse this deal, I don't think. And if you've already got them and you're saying, well, I've already got them, fair's fair. But if you haven't, you need to pick these up because I have never seen these at this price. It's over 70% that you're saving for all 8. Super usable, super fun, and really big statement pieces as well, these. £8.80, $12.80 is your platinum price. Now, if you love the idea of doing the resist technique as well, we've actually got a set of stamps that we've kind of pigeonholed as resist stamps. What I want to explain here though is you'll be buying these because you go, oh right, I really love that resist effect I've just seen, and we think these stamps are going to be particularly good for using as a resist, just because of the designs that you've got, just because of the beautiful flowers and butterflies that you'll see through here. However, I don't want you to think that you can only use these if you're doing your resist techniques. You will still be able to use these as stamps like you do each and every day. But we've bundled these together, and I think you'll agree when you look at the boards here that the designs here really do lend themselves very, very beautifully to that resist technique. The gorgeous spring blossom again there. Look how beautiful it has worked. And these are nice big size stamps as well. So again, you're looking at stamps, I mean, come on. Look at that mandala. Are you joking me? That is, that's the name of it. I was about to say, that's magnificent. Yes, it is. It's the magnificent mandala. If you're looking for big kind of wow cards, these again, lovely size to be able to just do that resist technique, create something as wow as this, add an embellishment, add a beautiful sentiment, and you are away. And again, just take a look at the price that you're getting these for. This again is wonderful. So this is your swirling florals. This would look fine, wouldn't it? It would look lovely if you stamped it in the usual way, but look at the detail that you've got within the actual stamp itself that lends itself to that resist technique. I think that's why, as I say, we've called these resist stamps. I think they work absolutely perfectly for that. Again here with this beautiful wildflowers and butterflies, just absolutely stunning. And then finally, look at that, the beautiful butterflies. A really, really lovely collection right there. And once again, you're getting it for an absolute steal of a deal. £20.72 if you're platinum, or $25.52. Yeah, if you're platinum, it works out that you're getting 3 for free. That's not easy to say. 3 for free in this brilliant bundle. Again, something to think about. Saving £22 or $27 if you're just shopping with us and you're not a platinum member today. Right. comments still coming through. Carol Ann just loving that last demo, saying the background seemed a bit more vibrant on the mat. And Mary is saying that collection is so gorgeous. Let's go back over to Debbie because we're going to have a little look at these in action. And we have got the green light, Debbie. If you are struggling with your stamping, John has kindly said he's happy to come in and lend his...
Oh, I'm probably going to break 1,000 hearts now.
Oh, what?
Because I've already pre-done one.
Never mind. It's fine.
I've already done one.
He's had his screen time today, to be fair, hasn't he?
Yeah, so I've used the, I had to go with this one, the Delightful Butterflies. Now, at the moment, when George comes in, you're probably thinking, where is it?
Where is it?
Can you see it?
Not
so
really.
Do you know the technique that I've just done with the watermark, translucent clear watermark ink pad? I've stamped it with the butterflies, and I don't know if can you see it?
Go on, George. Go on, George.
Yeah, can you see it? Come on, you can come in.
Now we can see it.
Can you see it now? So I've used the butterflies to create another little bit of a, well, I'm saying resist, but not really resist this time because I'm going to create a background with it. And I'm going to colour in the butterflies. I'm going to show you how you can do a bit of faux bleaching as well. But I'm bringing in, I'm bringing in the tricolour aquas.
Okay.
Now, tricolour aquas, I hear you cry. For those who have not watched this show before or seen these before, these are aqua markers in a tricolour system.
Yeah.
In a 3-pen system. But can you see the noticeable difference between a tricolour to a aqua marker?
Oh yeah.
Aqua marker dual tipped.
Yep.
Brush, different kind of a brush on this one, and thin, super fine chisel nib? No, super fine nib.
Yes.
Not a chisel nib,
Not
Debbie. That's
chisel
not a chisel at all. And a longer barrel where you've got one ink in.
Yeah.
The tricolour aqua, oops, hang on a minute, before I forget. Let me put that back over there. Oof, nearly. The tricolour aqua is the 3 brush nibs in 1 pen. And what we've done with these is we've kind of put them together that make a lovely, so like you've got your warm your warm tones in here, you've got bright florals. This one that I'm using is the rich floral. And you've got 3 colours, which is the purple, hot pink, and Ever in that pen. Now all of these pens, I've got another one here, teal, aquamarine and lake blue. So again, you've got the 3 pen. Now this isn't a 3-in-1 colour blend of a family like it is with our tri-blends, but it's 3 colours that complement each other, that work really well with each other. And again, if you think about this, because this pen, this collection of pens, oh my days, there's a lot of colours in there.
Yeah.
There are, now let me get this right.
3 in each pen.
3 in each pen.
3 lots of 4, isn't it?
Is it 3 lots of 4?
12 pens.
So I'm just trying to think, because in my head I'm trying to remember.
It's 12 markers.
Thank you.
3 colours in each. 36 colours.
36 colours and more. Because, again, you can mix your own colour palette and you can mix some certain colours together to create more colours. Colours that you might not have got in the pens already. So for me, this one's absolutely fabulous. Again, I love these pens. And exactly the same way that we've worked with our aqua markers, you're going to get some same effects here. Only thing is a bit different with this one. I'm just going to have a quick swig of a drink. Just bear with me a minute, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of you just chatting about your aqua markers. Carol Ann just saying, I love my aqua markers. I use them more than any of the other pens. The other thing as well about these, of course, you've got the 3 colours within 1 pen, but that doesn't say that you can't then mix colours from different pens together, does it not? You can mix them all. Exactly.
You can mix, So you could go with cool marine and you could mix it with warm primary, mix some colours up. So yeah, absolutely. You've got all the pens, you've got loads of colours and lots of different techniques again that you can do. So for this one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz. I'm going to give it a little spritz and I'm going to wet my cardstock. Now, I've already coloured onto the, stamped onto this and done my heat resistant technique where I've dried it with the pen. I've just realised I've squirted my pens. Debbie, what have I said about having soggy brushes? I've just gone and squirted all over my pens. I mean, how bad's that? Terrible. It's terrible, Ben. It's a shocking thing to do.
You'll be all right, won't you?
I'll be fine.
You'll get away with it.
I'll be fine. But I'm going to go in with, what colour shall I choose? I'm going to choose teal. I'm just going to make sure that that's not in. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to pick up my brush. I'm going to go in and I'm going to give it a little bit of a technique around my butterflies. And again, this is just a lovely way of doing it. And then I'm colouring. Now you could do it the other way around, Ben. You could colour your butterflies in first and then do this going around. But I'm going to see where my butterflies are. So I'm going to go and take my brush and manoeuvre it around there. Because I've already wet my cardstock, it does mean that I've got a little bit of extra movement there straight away. As well as the bit on my mat, I can go back in and add a bit of depth and dimension. Can you see around my butterflies? Yeah. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to take this and move this around. Of course, I could do the resist technique with this and go straight over and it'll resist against it. But this is just another way you can use them. And again, I'm going to go in and go around. Of course, like I said, you could do the butterflies first and then do the background if you wanted to. Yeah. But I'm going in the opposite way.
So it reminds me a bit of the, what are those pictures called when they like put the image down on a bit of paper and you have to try, you say what you think you could see within the picture and then whatever you say tells something about your personality. Do you know the one that I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. What do they call that?
Yeah, they're like ink splodges and you go, oh, I can see X, Y or Z and they tell you something about your personality.
Well, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Oops, Debbie, be careful.
Yeah.
Getting carried away. But again, I'm just going to go in and move that around. And that's the lovely thing about these, I nearly said tri-blends then, about the tri-colours. You can just move them. Look how easy it is to manoeuvre that around and create this lovely background. I've realised I've gone a little bit over there, but I'm not going to worry too much because I've got one that I've already pre-done. Bright lights in the studio are completely different to the lights in your home. Can I just tell you? Incredibly bright in here. But again, I'm going to go in and just move that around, smooch it around those butterflies and create myself a little background. And again, I could just go all the way around and completely fill this. And again, we'll do a little bit of a bloating.
Oh, what?
Me and my words today.
Only half an hour to go, Debbie. You're all
I know
good.
It's been a long old day.
It's been
a long old day, it has. But again, you can do this and create this background. Now, let it dry, force the technique. But in fact, I'll tell you what I will do. I will give it a little blast because, of course, you could go in and do exactly the same with the faux bleaching that you've already done. And I'll just speed this up. I've just seen time, Ben.
Flown, innit?
It's me thinking I've got tons of time. I haven't got tons of time at all.
You've got to promise me whatever you do before we go, I get to do the phone.
I promise you will get to do the phone.
I promise.
I promise. So again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to flick down some water and create a faux bleaching technique. That's before I've covered my butterflies in. So exactly the same, leave it in, let it soak, then let it dry. And I'm going to bring in the one that I've already pre-done. Just going to wipe this up though, Ben, because I've realised I've put a lot of water down there and I want to be careful because I want to protect my brushes. I don't want them to get ruined and I certainly don't want to spoil them by adding water to them. But I'm going to go in and let's put them back. I've got a thing about my pens, have it right way around. There we go, that's better. And then lift it off, so again, pop it on and then put your tissue down and lift off to create your faux bleaching technique. And again, when you bring it in, and I've only done a little bit on this one, but can you see now I've got my butterflies all ready?
Yes.
Perhaps go in with a thinner brush maybe around to get a little bit of movement around there. But again, and I'm going to go in now and I'm just going to pop, I am going to use a thinner brush for this because I'm going to use some different colour, but I'm just going to wet it a little bit. I'm just going to take off that orange because I've realised I've used orange on there. But I'm going to go in, again, because it's water soluble, you can move it. I'm going to bring in, oh yes, love these colours. Let's squiggle a bit down.
Mary says, I love that shade of blue, Debbie.
It's beautiful. That's from the Aquamarine colour set. So again, absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to give you, it's almost like a little bit of a resist technique on your butterfly, but making colouring really easy.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, you're going to love these. And this is the lovely thing about these resist stamps. They've been designed to work with any kind of inks and with any kind of, you know, but they're just fabulous.
They lend themselves to this technique more, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely they do. And again, if you just want to, you know, they're more forgiving.
Yeah.
Because you can go in and you can get rid of any of your mistakes you've made. And of course, you can go back in with your colour. So let me just pop a little bit down there. Let's pop a bit down there. A little bit on there. And I'm going to go in with that brush again. Ooh, do you know what? We're going to add a bit of sparkle.
Oh, why not?
I completely forgot. Let's add a bit of sparkle. So let's go in with some sparkle and add a little bit more dimension, a little bit more shade on there. That sparkle's just getting a whole new dimension. Oh my God, I love this. Yeah, now we're talking. And again, let that dry off. If you want to move the off the technique, the resist technique, you just simply dab it off, but let it dry. And I usually let it dry naturally for this one, Ben.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. And I'm going to, I've got to use this one again. I absolutely love this colour.
You having fun over there?
I am. I tell you, Colour Me Up is one of my favourite shows. I adore playing with inks. I adore playing with colouring mediums.
Here's one for later as well, because that Caroline said, Debbie was saying last week that she keeps baby wipes that
Yes,
are
I do.
absolutely heaving in ink for mixed media. Probably not tonight, but maybe on another time. Caroline says, I'd love to see a demo sometime where she uses some of those baby wipes to make a card.
Yeah, oh yeah, will do. Yeah, I'll try
do?
and right. So I've got Christmas off,
Yeah.
and I'm coming back on 3rd. I'll try and incorporate it into something to show you what I mean.
So when you wipe up your mat with your baby wipe, you keep the
and wipes and tissue.
Yeah.
I never throw away. Because you've got a nice, especially when you've used a lot of ink, you get some nice colours.
Yeah.
I then, when I've got it, and I wish I'd save one now, but I simply take a piece of cardstock and I usually separate them. Usually they've got 2 or 3 layers, aren't they, depending on the tissue. Baby wipes, I've only got 1 layer. Put tacky glue down. Pop them onto the cardstock and scrunch them up, obviously when it's a little bit more inky. Let it dry naturally. I let them dry naturally so they go rock hard, and then they can die cut. You can create backgrounds with them. Do you know, one of those techniques I first saw to show in Doncaster, and I'm like, oh my God, I've been throwing them away. Well,
Yeah.
I don't throw them away anymore.
literally nothing gets thrown away in craft is what we're learning here.
Nothing at all.
Just whilst you're colouring as well, can I just ask this question before I forget, because there's so much coming through. Linda just says, is quick dry ink okay to use with aqua markers?
Quick dry ink, no.
No.
No, because it's still water-based. So you will get movement. You would move your stamped image with the colouring technique of the water-based thing. So no, your quick dry ink is for crisp stamping and layering, so you can layer with your layering stamps, and for your sentiments onto projects to get that smudge free. But when you come with an Harmony quick dry ink pad into a water soluble medium, no, you won't be able to use them, because it's still water based at the end of the day. Absolutely, yeah. I would try a different one for that one. But can you see it already coming together? Now I'm going to move that out of the way, because as always in Blue Peter style fashion, there you go, here's what I made earlier. And the faux bleaching still, you can go over even with this, because you can still go over, just creates a little bit of a different technique. And then what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to trim that down, and it's ready to go on to a lovely card then. So I've got a little background, another background stamp there with that resist technique. But again, just showing you the kind of things that you can do with your pens. Now this is a tricolour pen, but again, look how fabulous that looks. And mount it onto some cardstock. I'll just pop it onto a bit of black cardstock like so, and it really does pop. Can you see there? How gorgeous does that look? In fact, let's do it. Let me move all my bits out of the way. Don't be wasting your ink. Don't forget that technique of picking it up or getting your tissue in there, cleaning it, and save your tissue. Don't forget, save the tissue. It sounds
What do you
mad.
save it in? Do you put it in like a drawer or in a box or what?
I've got a box.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got a box. Dirty tissues. No, it's not dirty tissues. It's just techniques that you do.
Yeah.
It's like you pick things up from other crafters, don't you? And it was like another crafter that I saw, who was a good friend of mine. I love him to bits, and I saw him do that technique. Honestly, amazing, amazing. And it's like with anything, nothing's, you know, there's always something you can do with pieces, save pieces, your background pieces that you think, oh no, it's going in bin, can't do anything with that. Well, you can. You absolutely can. There's, you know, a ton of things that you can do with waste pieces, as I call them. Get creative. And this one I'm going to save for another topper for a card, but again, it just makes it pop that little bit. The colour there, especially with that aqua colour, the tricolour aqua, how gorgeous does that look, Ben? Ready to go onto the front of a card, maybe a sentiment. Ooh, one of the sentiments from earlier, that'd look nice.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah, put that in front of it. Oh my God, you've got a lovely, gorgeous background. But that's how easy those resist stamps are to use. A lot easier than they look. And when you play with them with the things like your sparkle clear overlay pen, because that's what I've done to draw all of this out. I've used the tricolour aquas, but I've used the sparkle pen to draw out the colour and create a little bit of sparkle as well as resist at the same time. So a bit of a different look to the resist technique where I just used ink over the top. But again, equally as lovely and something that I think you'll enjoy doing and enjoy playing with. And again, very, very easy to achieve those kind of looks.
Wow, what a show this has been. Honestly, it's been so much fun. So many great tips. If you like that stamp, by the way, it comes as part of this collection, the Resist Stamp 6-piece collection. 2204 is what you save, $27.80. And again, platinum members, another 20% comes off. Here are all of the designs that you're going to get within this collection. Really beautiful as well. I love that spring blossom. The mandala, again, I mean, how beautiful is that? So much detail, as with this one as well, that swirling floral. Also beautiful is your wildflowers and butterflies. And you've got those delightful butterflies that you've just seen in that last stunning demo with Debbie too. Lots of great prices to be had here. As I say, that one platinum is $20.72, so better than half price, isn't it really? $25.52 if you're shopping with us in the US. Talking about great prices as well, do not forget that the winter sale is there for you right now as well. We launched this yesterday, and what I would say is give yourself a bit of time to have a look, because it's a treasure trove of great deals. You've got up to 70% off. Like, we had a look earlier on today. Producer Erin was just having a little look through the site earlier, and we found like 70% off chinoiserie. We found 70% off Caring Thoughts, 70% off Vintage Diary, some foil press items with 70% off. Great deals, by the way, on our soft craft as well. And if you go to me, well, hang on a minute, I was on the website yesterday, I had a look. We're adding new deals all the time, each and every day. You need to come back and check them out, because I can guarantee you will find something that you will want to get your hands on. And the winter sale is running, I think, right up until the end of the year, isn't it? I think I'm right in saying. Yeah, I think it's still the 2nd of January. So make sure you keep coming back and checking out all of those deals. We're going to take a little break right now. So if you have got items in your basket, maybe you're thinking, oh, I might just have a quick little look at, I might have a quick little look at the winter sale. Then do so. We will be back in just a couple of minutes. We've got lots to do, more to show you with Debbie. We've got the demo of the show, day, and more to do. So we will be right back in 2 ticks.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours. I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Lots of you checking out your baskets, lots of you enjoying the show. Sorry, I just keep catching a glimpse of myself in the monitors and I forget how ridiculous I'm looking this evening. 20 minutes to go on the show, so if there is a time that you want to ask a question, now is the time to do it. Absolutely it is. Anything that you want to ask about, anything that you've got in your basket, anything that you want to ask about techniques with your aqua pens, with your tricolour aquas, maybe with your sparkle glitter brush pens that we've got as well. These are on a great deal also for you tonight. Normally £65, $84, £50, $65 tonight. And these are brilliant because if you love adding a better sparkle to your projects, then these are the way to go. And again, brilliant for the fact that they are water soluble, so you're going to be able to do lots of your techniques with all of the different colours within the range here. These come with a beautiful brush nib as well, so great for doing those, those beautiful strokes. Great for combining your colours as well, and just beautiful, as we said, because they are jam-packed full of sparkle. You're going to get 15 pens in this collection in total. So I will need to put my specs on. Getting old. So in your first set here, this one is going to bring you your tint and tone, your crystal clear, beautiful starry sky, and then you've got your onyx black. Then in your next set, this is the earthy natural, so holly leaf, smoked quartz, and your harvest moon. Then you've got the essential brights. Here is your aqua marine, your pink garnet, gorgeous firefly in there too. You've got in this next selection, which is your antique vintage, your fig, your peacock blue, and your macaroon. And then last but by no means least, you're going to get 3 of your glitter brush pens as well, just to add sparkle pretty much anywhere you want it to be. It's a really lovely selection, rejigged and repackaged quite recently actually. And as I say, you can pick all of those 15 colours up today for £40 or $52 if you're a platinum member. And someone over there is wiggling like that a sparkle glitter brush at me. Shake it to wake it, is it?
Yep, absolutely. I'm going to show you how to prime one first.
Yes.
Because they always come and people, sometimes if you've never seen a sparkle brush pen before, it's nice to know how to prime a pen, especially if you're brand new or you've never seen these before. Now these are absolutely gorgeous pens to paint with, colour with, background with. Shaving foam technique. Yep. Absolutely, these are fabulous pens for a lot of reasons. They're still water soluble. You've got beautiful, beautiful ink in here with that ultra-fine glitter mixed in, but you do have to give it a little shake to wake it up when you start. And the same would apply when you've not used the pen for a while. You have to give it a little mix, almost like a bit of a workout. Oh, George, you said George of the joystick. You did a workout this morning.
Who, me? Oh,
Yeah.
George did a workout?
George, yes. Went to the gym this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't do any weights?
Didn't
What did
really
you
work
do?
It out.
Just about the cross trainer and the treadmill.
That's my kind of workout. Yeah, my kind of workout.
A lot of guys doing big heavyweights. I thought you were going to do that joke then for a second, where I went to the gym, didn't do too much, but I found a machine that I really loved. Got 2 Kit Kats and 2 packets of crisps. Good for you, mate. That's awesome.
It's like me and my friend went to one of those all women's gyms.
Yeah.
And we did this workout. We'd been with this personal trainer. We did a bit of a workout. And then as we went outside the KFC across road.
Brilliant.
KFC plus tea. I'm like, whoops. Now then, I've given it a good shake. I'm going to undo the top. I'm going to take the yellow and save that mixed media. I'm going to just go straight down into the barrel. And what you want to do is, I'm just going to take that off for a second, is you want the clear barrel to be touching the top of the black barrel. So if I just pop that down there, so you're going to screw that until it fits tightly onto there. Now that will have pierced through that tube here, which is now where all the ink is, and means it releases through. However, we've got to do something first. Literally give a little bit of, because your brush in transition will have got a little bit of coating on it just to keep it nice and stiff, but you want it nice and flexible now. So I'm going to give it another little shake, and at the side of the barrels there's two words called push. You're going to give it a gentle push, and you're going to start by moving it across until the ink and the glitter come through. Now what you don't want to do is you want to give it a good old squeeze, and it literally, and when I say literally, blobs onto your cardstock. That's the last thing you want to do, because you want the glitter to be mixed with that ink. And if you're too heavy-handed to start with and haven't done all the priming properly, you'll end up with ink coming out and the glitter being resting in the bottom. However, you've got beautiful ink, gorgeous sparkle, and I'm going to pop a little bit down there, and then I'm going to bring in one of my brushes. Ben, I'm going to bring this in because, of course, it's water-soluble. So what does that mean, Ben? We can move it, and you can move it, and you can create a little bit of a what's the word again? Ombre effect? Ombre effect. Again, you can go back on. The lovely thing about these is that you can pop and I'm going to do it all the way down. I am. You can as well spritz your cardstock first, and you're not going to ruin anything with this, because all it does is it just diffuses, and it keeps, again, beautiful. It just looks absolutely beautiful, Ben. And then when I just give it a little blast, I'm going to get our George to come in close, because honestly, dry natural, apply heat to it.
Oh yeah.
But what you're going to get in a moment, and even if you've watered it down slightly, you still get the beautiful, and it really is beautiful. Now, I did promise you we'd do a little bit of foam, didn't I?
Yes, we've got 14 minutes to go.
We'll do the shaving foam technique, because I've just seen the time that's on the clock.
By the way, as well, just to throw in, I know there won't be a demo of the show, because obviously Debbie's concentrated more on showing you lots of different techniques. We will do the demo of the day very shortly, so 2 cards. We'll get the vote going on that perhaps just a few minutes' time.
Yeah, I am more of a technique. I want you to see the full effects of the pencil.
Yeah.
I'm not, when I come to one of these kind of shows, it's not about demos for me, it's about techniques, and it's about showing you the kind of things that you can do when you've got these home, because like I said, they colour with, your background with, and they do colour beautifully. The resist techniques you're going to be able to use with them. I'm thinking straight away again the stencils and the stamps on here to create backgrounds, but they are still water soluble. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to grab one of my brushes. Let's grab a medium sized brush, and you can see how beautiful that is. Can you see that gorgeous sparkle?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
especially when you
amazing.
tilt it.
But of course it's water soluble, so create a little bit of a background. This is water card stock again. The longer you leave it in, obviously, the more lift you get. Yeah. And I'm going to create a little bit of a moon with this one.
Lillian wants to know, sorry, what's the best way to store your sparkle pens?
So there's always this, we always get at this asked. Laying them flat's good. Yeah. Because nothing's going to happen with them. If you are going to hold them in cups and things like that, we always recommend laying flats, but if you are going to use them in cups, upright. Right. And the reason upright is if you have this upside down, all the ink floods through and you can create some leakage. So if you are going to pop them that way, but you still need to shake them when you've not used them for a while, but we always recommend any pen laid flat onto your trays. Yes. And the trays, honestly, please, I promise you, they are brilliant trays, and they are universal, and it does mean that your ink lays in there evenly. So when you do come to use them, it's probably the best way, and that's how I would always recommend you use them. We used to say different things back in the day, but we found that the best way is literally use them, lay them flat, use your trays, or upright. Okay, now I'm going to let that dry off a little bit more, but of course again, what did I say you could do? A little bit of faux bleaching.
Oh yeah.
And you could just simply splash on.
This is my new favourite technique. I love it.
Straight in. Oh gosh.
Splosh
God,
it on.
I think I've splattered. I think I might have been a bit heavy-handed with my splatters then. However, not going to worry too much. Again, just pop that on. The longer you leave it, the more effect you get. This is, look at that, look at that.
That's like doesn't that look like a solar system? Like the bottom bit is like the bit of one planet looking out to the other planets.
Absolutely. And you know, you could even do it, because don't forget clear overlay. You can go back in. If you don't want to lose any of the sparkle, pop a little bit down. I'm going to squeeze a bit onto my mat, and I'm going to bring in quite a bit in there and leave it to soak a little bit. You could even do your splatter techniques with your clear overlay. But again, depending on the effect that you want to go for, pop a little bit more. And that's just with priming one of the pens. I usually do this with Starry Sky. Oh my Lord. With Starry Sky, Ben, is just absolutely stunning. You can create the most amazing things. Now, Ben, do you want him to come over here to do this technique?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you might do.
Come on over.
Oh, look at that. Even that looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's not lost none of the sparkle. And then, of course, you can be using things like your stamps. So have them kissing under the moonlight. How gorgeous would that look? Holding hands in hands.
Aww.
Yeah, you could use your stencils over, so you could take your stencils and create your background scene. I've obviously gone in with a small piece, but you could do that in a bigger piece. Really good. Look at me and you. We'll match him.
Peas in a pod. This looks even more amazing close up in real life rather than on the screen.
I don't think sometimes you can see it to its full effect on screen. I think you get more of a better look when you do this. Now, I always choose strong colours for this, because so I'm going to go in with the pink. So
it's like the old days, this, isn't it?
It is,
side by side.
So nice,
Remember
it
those
is.
days?
Nat, can you do a bit of shaking for me? Give him a bit of shake to wake them up. I'm going to find us some more colours. Let's have a nosy. What colours you got there, Ben?
You got your, is that your midnight, did you say?
Midnight, the pink.
Pink.
Pink. Blue. Give that
Starry
a shake
Sky.
as well. Give a nice big shake.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna use a few, because I want you to get a nice colour. Nice shake.
Dun, 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 dun. La 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 bum, ba, da, 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 la 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 la. Oh, not again, not again. I told you not to wiggle, haven't I? You know what happens.
I'm going to stop wiggling. Let me move all those out of the way.
Is that enough, think?
No, keep shaking. Keep shaking. Shake.
I feel like some kind of like mixologist, you know. I feel like I ought to be pouring a cocktail after this.
Oh, bless you. Now, I wanted a little... Oh, do you know what we're going to have to do? We're just going to have to slap it on.
Oh, we've not got a tray?
We haven't got a tray. Don't worry, it's fine. Shaving foam.
Where do you get that from?
Under here.
Oh.
Under here, yep, absolutely. Now, I'm going to use two different mediums for them. I'm going to use watercolour cardstock. Are you all right?
What?
Right, I think you're okay to stop shaking.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say stop.
I think you're okay to stop shaking now. Now, we're going to give this a good shake. And we're going to give this...
Oh, yes. What do you mean? Oh, hello. Oh.
I might have got a blockage.
Do you want me to give it a squeeze? Do you want me to do it?
You're good at shaving. You slap some down for me.
Where do you want it?
All over. Like in this section here, so George can get a good shot. Yeah, yep. Let me grab me tool. Yeah.
Enough?
That's fine, yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to give it a little, because normally I would have it in a little tray. But you can do this. There's nothing to stop you from doing this on your glass mat. I did tell you this is a fabulous tool, this glass mat.
Easy to clear up if it's in a little tray.
Absolutely,
box there, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. So, always smells, smell that. Smells amazing.
It does smell nice.
Right, what we're going to do, Ben, is we're going to drop in. Now, you've given a good shape.
I have.
Now, I'm going to make sure, before I drop them in, that I'm going to just...
Oh, you're just squeezing a bit in.
Oh, I'm wrong. Push. Hang on a minute. Push.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
Debbie.
Right.
Yep.
That's a little bit there. I'm going to give... Just, not that I don't trust you, but...
Oh, hello. That came out on its own.
Yeah, that came out on its own. I'm just going to just... Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Couple of little splodges. What other? Shall we use that one?
Yeah, back that in there. Yeah.
That one in there. Yeah. Oh, you're excited, I can tell.
I am excited. Little bubble there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, do you know what? I think I'm happy with those.
Yeah?
I don't think I'm going to put any
Not
more
any more
on.
pink in?
No. Right, pokey tool.
Pokey tool. Oh, then you do the little thing, don't you, with the pokey tool?
Yeah,
Mix it all up.
Crab stick. No, not a crab stick.
With a crab stick? A cocktail stick.
Cocktail stick.
Take your cheese and pineapple off first, though.
Yes, yeah, and then we're going to give it a little. Do you want to have a little play?
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah,
Just do a little...
Right, so give it a little. Yeah, can you still already see it? Yeah. Right, yeah. Up and down. Yeah. Oh, swirls. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Oh, Ben, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Now, always have a little.
Oh yeah, bit of tissue or baby
bit
wipe.
of tissue. All right, yeah, all
Oh,
right.
it smells great over here.
Smells amazing, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Absolutely. Now we're going to go in with. Let me see if I've got my smaller pieces, because smaller pieces. Oh, Debbie, have you used all your small pieces? Oh, Debbie.
Just seen a comment saying, "Oh, Debbie, who's cleaning that up?" John. That's an easy answer.
Right, are you ready?
Right, yep.
So we place that onto the top, right? And then just gentle push.
What? Just like that.
Yep. Like that.
Oh, I like. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
like that.
oh,
Ooh.
oh, yeah, of course.
I got excited then, I got carried away. And then we're going to peel it back, like so.
Right, yeah.
And when you peel it back,
Whoa,
in a
look at
minute,
this.
You're probably thinking,
Mum.
it looks like that toothpaste, doesn't it? It's got a little bit wrong.
It's Aqua Fresh.
However, you need to get hold of, and now I use things like, do you know, like a credit card, but one that you don't use?
You use a credit card.
Well,
What you like?
Yeah, absolutely. Or, in my case, it's going to be a metal ruler because...
Yeah, I was going to say ruler's a good shout.
Yeah, ruler's a good shout. Now, I'm just going to move that a little bit to that side. Sorry, George, for moving this around, but just to show you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to scrape it.
Yep.
So we're going to scrape it.
That's the best one ever.
So that I'm going to put back on there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pop that back down.
Here we go again.
Because, yeah, you can keep on doing this. I know, look at my fingers. I don't mind, honestly, I don't mind, because I just think this is such a gorgeous technique. You're going to have so much fun. You've got to do this with the kids, because the kids will love this. But can you see how beautiful? And can you see the sparkle? There's still the sparkle. Can you see it? Sparkle's still in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now, you can get your poker tool again.
Yeah.
You can have a little play.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're running out of time, by the way.
Are
we haven't done we haven't done the vote.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe we should.
So I'm going to go in Centura Pearl.
Oh yeah.
Centura Pearl.
Wait there. You do that. I'm coming back. Can I do the ruler thing?
You can do the ruler thing. Are you all right? Just don't kill yourself. Do not kill yourself. Now I'm going to just lift that off again. Should we do the vote?
Hang on, very quickly.
We'll stop. We'll pause.
Demo of the day.
Number one.
From Wake Up Call. Number 1, 2.
Number 2.
Get voting. You've got 2 minutes.
Voted. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
So I'm going to push it that way. So can you do it there? So if we just push it there, get the rules. Sorry, George. We're just moving things around. So what you do
up
is
or that way?
Up or down. It don't really matter.
I'll go away from
But you need to make sure you get a really close contact with your cardstock and push. Push away. Whoa. Now on Centura Pearl, sorry Ben, but on Centura Pearl, come in close, George. Oh, you little devil. But can you see on Centura Pearl? Now people think on Centura Pearl, because it's a coated cardstock, it moves. Can you see? Nothing has moved. And it's created 2 very different looks. So on watercolour cardstock, could you do this on stamping cardstock as well? Look how gorgeous that looks. And then look at this. Look how gorgeous that is on Centura Pearl. So never be afraid to try it on a coated cardstock. Absolutely fabulous. And you don't lose any of the sparkle. Look at my hands, you little monkey. Do you know, I don't want to tell you, but if John's watching us, we're going to be in a bit of trouble.
I'm not. What?
Is he in the gallery? Is he watching us? Baby wipes. I'm not touching them baby wipes.
Not the ones he's talking about.
Not the ones he's on about. No way.
Wait.
But I promise we'll clean it all up. And do you know what? Do you know if you get little inky fingers, they wash off. Soap, scrubbing brush, done and dusted. But when it comes to backgrounds, sparkle pens, colouring, beautiful. Resist techniques, beautiful. Backgrounds, beautiful. Did I say colouring? Beautiful. Blush lettering, beautiful. Shaving foam, gorgeous. Gorgeousness.
How much is... have I got ink on my nose?
Did I get any ink on my nose?
Have I?
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No, have I not?
No.
That's okay.
I didn't. What a great show. Can I just say thank you to Debbie. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Have you enjoyed it?
I have really enjoyed it.
And what is it? Oh, just be careful. Just don't get ink on you. But how easy were they to use?
Oh, so easy.
Yeah?
So easy.
Absolutely. And that's the thing I wanted to get across today. Don't be afraid of tricolours, aqua colours, watercolour, sparkle pens. Don't be afraid. Try, play. I promise you, you'll have the time of your life. Just a bit like how Ben's done tonight.
I have. It's been so much fun. If you get one thing tonight, get that starter kit, because honestly, you've got everything that you need to get going. Thank you for your votes. Card number 2 is the double.
I do love that one. I'm not going to lie, I love that one.
You're in tomorrow, are you?
Yes, I'm in tomorrow. 2 shows tomorrow, because of course you've got myself, Play Your Craft Rights with Joe, and Craft Along. Ooh, yes, the trifold window thingies. And Talk with Tiffany at 7 p.m.
Oh, yeah, in the Craft House.
She's taking over. Taking over on Craft House.
Thank you so much to all the team today. Thank you to Rachel on the socials. Thank you to Erin. Thank you to George. Thank you to John. Thank you to Tracy. Thank you to Debbie. Thank you to you guys. That's it from me for this year.
Should we do a little shot like this?
Like
Someone could take a little shot, and it's a Christmas shot.
Oh, hang on, got tissue. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I will be over on my Facebook page on Monday with a little wrap up.
Merry Christmas to you, Laura and the Kiddie Winkles.
Oh, and you and the gang. I'll see you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye.